haul from Half Price Books. Each of these books was $2, I believe. So I had no idea what gems you could find in a Half Price bookstore. Summertime in the Big Woods was the only Little House on the Prairie picture book we didn't have anymore. Ours had gotten ruined. That Bookwoman is a book that we had checked out from our library once and really enjoyed. And so when I saw it there in pristine condition for $2, I thought we should probably bring that home. Here's a little flip through for you. If you haven't checked out my library book haul videos, you can get all sorts of good ideas of books. Then we found this copy of A Little Princess. It is an abridged version. I read through this with my daughter recently, and we enjoyed that. The language was pretty easy to understand. Then we found a couple more Marguerite Henry books. She wrote Misty and Stormy. Misty's Full. Here is Justin Morgan Had a Horse by Marguerite Henry. There's neat illustrations in the chapter books. I've never read all of these, so I can't really tell you. We did check out an audiobook, though, on King of the Wind, and we decided we didn't really care for the story, and so I ended up passing this book along. But for the $2, it was worth a shot. Let's see here. We have another book. I'm not sure if this is in the Sarah Plain and Tall series, but it's by the same author. So I thought that was worth grabbing. This one is a continuation of the Sarah Plain and Tall series. So I'm looking forward to reading that. I've never actually read it yet. The Family Under the Bridge is one that I just recently read, just this past winter. You probably will see it if you go back into any of my library haul videos or my reading vlog videos. Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry is a classic. A lot of these books are ones that I have read when I was growing up homeschooled. My Side of the Mountain was an absolute favorite of mine. Can't wait to read this to my kids. And then some of the books, I know that I read them and they made an impact on me. I just don't remember the story. Bound for Oregon is one of those. So if you're familiar with homeschool curriculums, you may recognize the name Sonlight, or Beautiful Feet, or any of these curriculums are a very heavy literature-based style, and I loved using those growing up. Out of the Dust was another one that I read when we were using Sonlight when I was growing up homeschooled, and made a huge impact on me. Bonanza Girl was another one. I remember my mom encouraging me not to judge the book by its cover because I was not impressed by the cover. Pictures of Hollis Woods is a story of a girl in foster care, and I just recently read this from the library. This one I had not heard of. I just thought it looked interesting, and for $2 it was worth grabbing. This is one that I've actually had on my list for a while to grab if I found it in a thrift shop. I don't remember too much from when I did read it, but I know that I would like to read it again, and I assume I'm going to want to have it on hand for homeschooling my kids. This is another book in that very same vein. I just don't really recall the details of the story, but I look forward to revisiting a lot of these books now as an adult and as a parent who is homeschooling. This one I actually don't think that I've ever read, so I'm very curious. And then I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce this still, but I know I read this one when I was growing up, and I'm very curious to reread it now. So whether you are actually doing a book curriculum and you just want to thrift your books instead of buying them brand new, I highly encourage that. Or if you're just trying to build out your homeschool library, these are a couple of titles that I think are worth a shot.